What is your name? When did you come to Argentina, and why?
My name is Paula Hayashi. I came to Argentina in January 2025.
And what did you come for?
Tourism, vacation.
And what do you do?
I am a doctor.
Had you been to Argentina before?
No.
All right. What was the day like when you were detained? Were you at the airport? Where were you when the police detained you?
Yes, I was returning to my country, Brazil, and I had a connection in Buenos Aires. I was already heading to the boarding gate when my belongings were going through the scanner. They took my things and did not give them back. I was standing there waiting, but they returned nothing. They simply handcuffed me right there in front of everyone, just like that, suddenly, without my understanding anything that was happening. They put me against the wall. They handcuffed me without saying anything. And I didn't know where my belongings were.
Unlike the other detainees, you understood some Spanish. What were they telling you?
Nothing. Nothing. They told me nothing. They simply handcuffed me, put me against the wall, and that was it. My belongings were gone too. I kept looking for my things. They took them, and nothing was explained.
Later, when you were in a holding cell, did someone in Spanish begin to tell you that you were accused of something or explain anything? What did they say?
They said something very quickly. I understand a little Spanish, not everything. If you speak very fast, I understand nothing. They began speaking very fast, saying that I had to sign my name and my address in Brazil and things like that. I had no lawyer, no right to make a call, nothing. And I understood nothing. They started mentioning something about human trafficking. I didn't understand what that was. Trafficking. What did I do? I don't know. In Portuguese, we don't say it like that. I didn't know what it was. Human trafficking. What did I do? I just stayed there thinking, what is this?
At some point, did they suggest that you might be a victim of Constantine Rudv or ask you that?
When I was already in the penitentiary, in an isolation cell, one day, I don't remember when, they took me to a room to speak with the public defender's office. Through questions and suggestions, they began saying that maybe I could be a victim of human trafficking. Again, this term. And I was like, what is this? I still didn't understand what was happening. They began suggesting that maybe I was a victim and started asking questions and saying,
what did they ask you?
Are you afraid? Like that. Are you afraid? Of course I am afraid. How could I not be afraid? I am locked in this place. I don't know when I will get out. There is no lawyer, no translator, no one to explain anything, nobody. How could I not be afraid? Of course I am afraid. But from what I understood, they wanted me to say that I was afraid of some person, some sect.
Did they mention the word sect when speaking to you?
I don't know what. It was something very... Sorry, I honestly don't remember clearly. I know they talked a lot about sects. I thought, what sect? Victim of what? Absurd.
But they were suggesting that you could be someone's victim?
a victim of some organization involved in human trafficking. Excuse me, I truly don't remember the exact terms they used. I was very stressed at that moment. I did not understand anything that was happening.
What else did they ask you besides whether you were afraid or whether something had been done to you?
Yes, because I was afraid, and even now, I am afraid. I am completely stressed. I don't know what will happen to my life, to me, to my survival. Of course I am afraid. Ah, you are afraid? Yes, of course. What are you afraid of? Maybe of becoming a victim of something. I said, a victim of what? I don't understand anything you are saying to me. A victim of what? I am a victim right now of this entire situation they created. An absurdity. How can they?
Did they say you were in contact with people who knew Constantine Rudnev? Or that you had contact with him?
No. When? No.
At any point did the prosecution accuse you or tell you what you were guilty of?
No. The prosecution never addressed me. Never. And I never had the opportunity to speak.
They didn't take your statement?
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
Why?
I don't know. It is completely absurd.
Would you like to speak with the prosecutor or the judge to tell your version?
At least through my defense, yes. But there is no right to speak. No one ever talks about this. There is no one to speak to about it.
They accuse you of being part of a human trafficking organization that exploited the alleged victim RT. Did they tell you that?
No. I only know that there is something about a human trafficking organization and that maybe I could be a victim of it.
They told you that.
No one from the prosecution speaks to me. Only the public defender suggested this. When I was in that isolation cell, and they took me out to talk, and after that, nothing more.
Who were you living with in Bariloche?
I was a tourist. A normal tourist hostel.
And at that hostel, did Constantine Rudnev go there?
Absolutely not. My God. I only learned about him during that hearing we had while we were still in the cell. It was a very long hearing that lasted several hours at night. That was when I saw this man for the first time.
So that's where you heard about him?
I heard about him and about some people who were there at the hearing. I was in the cell, attending online. Terrible.
That was the first time you heard the name Konstantin?
Yes.
Had you ever heard of him before your detention?
No. I was here as a tourist to rest. And suddenly I find myself in this situation.
Why do you think you were detained and your passport was taken?
I don't know. It is completely absurd. There is no way a person who thinks normally could connect these facts into a reasonable sequence of events. If you stop and think about what is happening, it makes no sense.
Were you in contact with the alleged victim, RT?
No.
Did you run into Elena Makarova in Bariloche?
Elena? What Elena? No. I only learned about all this during that hearing we had online.
That's where you learned everything.
Yes, I saw there was a pregnant woman and that something had happened to her. And I thought, what am I doing here in the middle of all this?
When you asked what you had to do with this, did they answer you?
When? Who answered that?
Did the justice system tell you what evidence they had against you?
No. Nobody speaks to me. Nothing. It is terrible.
What do you tell your family in Brazil about what is happening to you?
I cannot tell them anything. They would become very nervous. I worry about them. I cannot put this kind of stress on them. I prefer to say that I am in a situation and need help, and I cannot say more.
You didn't want to worry them.
Exactly. Why? It is violent stress. I already have too much stress myself. I cannot put the people I love in such a serious situation of stress when they cannot do anything. It is better to say that everything is fine.
So, you told them you have to stay longer in Argentina?
Yes, but I cannot say much.
You didn't give them many details.
Nothing. They would worry too much.
What would you like to say to the judge or prosecutor about the accusations against you?
Look, honestly, it has already been about 9 months.
Do you think you will soon prove that you are innocent?
What?
Do you think you will be able to show that you are innocent?
I don't understand the question. I don't understand the question.
Do you think you will be able to show the justice system that you are innocent when they give you the opportunity?
I want everyone to be able to show the truth. It is already shown. It is already there. They just don't want to see it.
Do you think they don't want to listen or don't want to see?
They don't want to see. Everything is already there. Everything is speaking. Everyone is speaking. We are giving interviews. We are filming. The people involved are speaking. They just do not listen because they do not want to.
Thank you.